Shut up and sit down.
Good morning, everyone. How's everyone doing today on this lovely Saturday? My name's Neo, and welcome to CreativeAnalytic. I'm just going to do a short video today just to introduce the topics that we're going to be discussing and where this all came from. I am an engineer. I have been for the last 11 years, and I've had a partner in crime the entire time who we eventually formalized our partnership by kind of, getting married, having a kid. But between Leeanne and I, we've amassed quite a bit of experience, and we've always had a penchant for wanting to teach people. I had an experience a while ago where I was in a job that was really high stress, and I just wasn't getting anything emotional out of doing the job. And one day I helped someone and I tutored them, I mentored them, and I got this rush of emotions and goosebumps that I had never gotten from engineering or my career before. And I think it was similar for Leeanne, maybe for longer than myself. So we decided that there must be a way that we could share this with people as a part-time thing, which is what a lot of YouTubers start out as. I'm not saying we're YouTubers, but I guess if we're here, we are. But nonetheless, we decided that we can, share things with the world for free, and it doesn't cost you anything or me much, really, or Leeanne, to share our knowledge with people and engage with people and hopefully help from our experiences. This channel is called Mental Health, Mentorship and Megapixels. And that's because when I started it, I had the idea of talking about mental health because of what I've personally been through, and photography, which has been a big part of the therapy I've been using for the mental health issues I've gone through. And then, encapsulating all of that in mentorship, because I've definitely found a calling, if you would, for mentorship. And I was talking to Leeanne about the whole concept, and I realized that we both have so much to give, and wondered if she would be interested in joining me in some of these. And she really was excited about it. So as a family, and perhaps now and again, Mira will also pop in, we are going to put whatever experience we've gained over the past few years in work, in our hobbies, in life. We decided to put ourselves out there and give people a view of experiences that perhaps they were just not in a position to have experienced. And in turn, hopefully we'll get a chance to interact with a lot of people. And this is the beauty of mentorship, is that interaction is a two-way street. So as much as it seems that I'm giving you my experience, I'm actually getting your worldview back, and that is invaluable. We are going to be talking about mental health, first and foremost, how it comes into our family life, how it comes into the working life, and how it was influenced, and perhaps how you got to the point you got to. It took me a while to figure out even some of that. We're going to talk about some of the more creative things that we have gotten really good at. And this is why the channel is called CreativeAnalytic, because I realized that we have this balance of analytics and technical mind from being engineers, but a deep passion and love for art and music, photography. And I mean, I play the guitar, produce music, I do the photography and now videography. Leeanne is a certificated piano player. We spend a lot of time playing and listening to music. So we definitely have, I would say, more of a balanced mindset in terms of left and right brain. At the same time, we do have 11 years of experience in technical industry, from engineering to site work that we've done, design engineering, project management. Both of us have project management qualifications and experience. And more recently, Leeanne going into data analytics and management consulting, we realized that we have this pool of knowledge, and it can't hurt to share it with people. I would love to get to a point where we do live workshops or even online workshops, preferably, live workshops with photography. We get out into nature and we take photos and we talk about mental health. And, there's so many possibilities for the things that we could do to share our experiences with each other and hopefully help each other. I know that in this relatively brief journey, since being diagnosed just last year, I found it very difficult to find good resources to help me understand these changes that were happening. And it's difficult to deal with, and it's difficult to talk about, and let alone bring yourself to talk about what you think are failures or weaknesses. And then influenced by the community and social background that you live in, where it may be more taboo or difficult to speak about mental health challenges, let's say. And who the hell says that neurotypical is correct anyway? Somebody back in the who knows what year who was the average Caucasian male, probably. But look, at the end of the day, it is what it is. And there are definitely communities who either don't have as much access to information and are relatively close-minded when it comes to these things. So hopefully we're able to help a few people who aren't fortunate enough to have medical aid and therapy sessions open to them every month, because these things are really expensive, and I understand that. But I've also found that the biggest help, apart from, in all honesty, to some extent, the medication, is learning and understanding yourself and your mind, and when something is coming on and what you can do about it. And I think that all came about by speaking to people. So from the mental health point of view, that's basically what we aimed to achieve. And of course, we're going to throw in everything from the skills we've learned going into careers, building a family, building a household, these hobbies that we've turned into almost our next profession, hopefully. Who knows? But for now, we can only do this part-time, and we hope that we'll be able to bring some sort of help to people. I really hope that you'll reach out through the comments, through the website, through our social channels, challenge us with questions. Let's open discussions. We will set up online live chats and things into the future as much as we can, and hopefully also do physical workshops where we are able to engage with each other in the real world. Go out there and, do something calming or do something cathartic together. I want to look at photography and teach it to people for the reason that I took it up. And it doesn't need to be 100,000 Rand fancy camera. You can bring your cell phone along and learn the art of photography. That is the essence of the catharsis that I get from doing photography and just being out there. All of these things are possible today, and I hope that we're able to bring that to a few people. I'm not going to spend days editing this video. I'm actually, to be honest with you, a very introverted person most of the time. And I'm doing this to challenge myself. I'm trying to push my boundaries. And as a result, it's not going to be perfect. And I think we need to realize that imperfection is not a problem. Perfection was a concept pervaded and terribly when I was growing up in the 90s and 2000s. That is just pointless. Before I leave, I want to bring your attention to this microphone. I thought I was going to throw it away, and there's a very specific reason why I didn't bother trying to make the repair look particularly fancy or so that nobody could see it. It's because, in all honesty, I took this mic out of my cupboard. It's an SM57, which is like the industry standard for recording musical instruments. And I had bought it secondhand years and years ago, and it had all but been relinquished to a drawer somewhere. But I took it out to try and use it because I thought, yeah, let's see if this works instead of going out and buying a new mic. But it was broken. The whole capsule popped off, actually. But I thought to myself, let's see what happens. Let's see if it works and it turns on. So I plugged it in and it turned on. And then I fixed it. I put some sticky tape, cello tape, whatever you want to call it, clear tape around the capsule to hold it in place. And, I thought to myself, it's ironic, the story about this mic, because it's just proof that broken things are not useless. And if that's the only thing you take away from today, I'd be happy. I can't say I started seeing myself as broken after my diagnosis because, well, it is a deviation from what is the acceptable norm. But I realized that with a little bit of sticky tape in the form of little pills, so be it, in some therapy, I am able to perform in certain aspects of my cognitive ability perfectly fine. Just like this mic. Look, the mic may not be able to withstand the stresses of, being on stage as it could before. But internally, it's still fully capable of delivering abilities. So yeah, the point is, broken isn't useless. You'll notice that the mic boom's also strapped in. So yeah, typically I have a philosophy, especially from engineering. And this is very arrogant, I guess, but who cares? Engineers believe that we can fix anything. But I like to say, okay, engineers can fix anything. And worst case scenario, if we can't figure out the solution, we'll put duct tape on it. Anyway, guys, I want to mess around in these videos. Today's one was a bit slow. It was a bit boring because it was kind of a serious topic. But, I'm going to really probably tick some people off with the comments I make or the discussions we have. But, oh well, that's life. Opinions are always going to be opinions. And I've always been so embarrassed about the way I speak and my accent. So I kind of will throw around different accents and they'll probably be terrible, but I find it fun. So in the spirit of the Rugby World Cup final today, I'll think like, bro, I think I'm just gonna end in like a very South African Durban accent, eh? I've lived in Durban. I've grown up in Durban. I've lived in Johannesburg, ne, and gotten very used to those accents. But I also lived I worked in the Vaal for a long time. And you see, I hope you're not finding this offensive, but this is the things that I've learned. And the experiences in life that, I found as very interesting. I worked with so many people that I learned so many different things. But you know what? At the end of the day, who gives a damn about how I sound? Growing up, I was so embarrassed that I enunciated letters, that I sounded like an Indian. Let's call it that. But if you put on more of like an American accent, or you spoke like a white person in South Africa, then you are twanging. There's just no winning. There's no satisfying everyone. So you know what? I don't much care anymore. Whatever happens and however I do it, I'm going to get this message of experience out to people. And with Leeanne, we are going to do as much as we can to help as many people as we can. Please, I hope you guys join us. I hope you guys send in messages. I hope you guys ask us questions and eventually interact with us. I'm going to have fun with this. we're both going to have fun with this, and we're going to learn. We're going to learn together, and it's going to be cool. So until next time, and our first proper video that's properly edited, cheers, guys. I really hope you all stay well, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye.